जय हिंद, जय भारत एंड वेलकम टू डेफ टॉक्स। दिस इज आदि अचिंत। आइए समझें जियोपॉलिटिक्स को एक भारतीय नजरिए से।
So India has a mindset where it hits, it punches below its weight. We have to punch not above our weight. We have to punch not below our weight. We have to increase our weight and punch the post.
ये हमारा सिद्धांत है, हम घर में घुस के मारेंगे।
You know, victims of terrorism do not sit together with perpetrators of terrorism to discuss terrorism.
नमस्कार, जय हिंद, जय भारत एंड वेलकम टू डेफ टॉक्स। दिस इज आदि अचिंत। हमारे साथ हैं राजा मुनीब साहब। 22 नवंबर की दिन पास आ रहा है, सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट। एंड सबसे बड़ी चीज जो आ रही है भाई कि पाकिस्तान में क्या नाम है आपका, इमरान खान साहब ने करो या मरो की कॉल दे दी है। Is this part of the game? Is this separate from the game that राजा साहब had thought of? जरा पता करते हैं। पर राजा साहब को देने से पहले I am very happy about one little thing. इन लोगों की जो क्रिकेट की शौक है ना, वैसे भी यार आप सबको पता ही है, those of you watch me regularly, क्रिकेट खेलने का अपने को तो ना खेलने का शौक है, ना देखने का शौक है, ना कुछ और करने का शौक है। ठीक है, आईपीएल मैंने इतने क्लोजली देखा है, किसी दिन बताऊंगा किसी और प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर कि आपको असलियत बताऊंगा मैं आईपीएल की, क्योंकि मैंने आईपीएल सीजन 1 और 2 अपनी आंखों से देखा है और बैक एंड में देखा है। तो आई विल टेल यू दैट। बट यार ये आईसीसी को ले जाके इनको क्या समझ में नहीं आता क्या? थोड़ा लाइट टॉपिक पहले ले लेते हैं। राजा साहब ये बताओ यार, ये आईसीसी पीओके में करवाएंगे मैच? क्या समझ नहीं आता बाप कौन है?
नमस्कार, थैंक यू। पहले आप एक बार चेक कर लो ऑडियो सेटिंग्स हमारी ठीक है कि नहीं है, वरना बाद में फिर कंप्लेंट आनी शुरू हो जाएगी। मैं भूल गया आपको बताना, पूछना शो से पहले कि आर वी ऑन द सेम।
ऑडियो सेटिंग एकदम मस्त है।
क्योंकि आपका थोड़ा सा फ्रीज हो रहा है। आई कैन सी अ स्मॉल फ्रीजर ऑन योर साइड, बट दैट्स ओके। See, the Pakistanis, honestly, they're stupid. They live in a well. They think that, they can do anything they want. And
एक सेकंड, सॉरी, हाँ, you're abusing stupid यार, ऐसे मत बोलो यार।
I'm trying to be decent. We are on a platform. I'm just trying to be decent to them. You know what the preferences I could use.
बेचारे जो लोग stupid है ना, उनको बुरा लग जाएगा। वो बोलेंगे
मैं
यार
खड़ी हिंदी में बोलूंगा तो फिर पता ही है उसका क्या मतलब निकलता है, राइट? मतलब स्टुपिडिटी की हद होती है। See, there are security concerns. वैसे भी पाकिस्तान की सिक्योरिटी की हालत वैसे ही खराब है, ठीक है? By the time Champions Trophy comes, will Pakistan be able to hold that Champions Trophy? Will other teams want to go there and travel and do it? Let's see. क्या बाकी भी करेंगे? And now, they wanted to politicize it. They want to show हमने इंडिया, ये डोमेस्टिक ऑडियंस के लिए ना, कि देखो जी हम तो यहाँ भी ले जाएंगे, वहां भी ले जाएंगे। लिटिल दे रियलाइज्ड कि भाई पैसे जो है वो आईसीसी से ही आने हैं, और आईसीसी का में जो बाप बैठा है वो पता ही है कौन है वो। इट्स जय शाह। तो they have all these things. So people like Ramiz Raja, people like Shahid Afridi, people like Saeed Anwar. Now he's an out and out tablighi, Saeed Anwar to इंजमाम भी तबलीगी है. But these are the people जो आपके who are vehemently anti-India. Shahid Afridi and all those guys, सुबह से शाम तक वो गालियां निकालते हैं, जहाद बोलते हैं. Even Shahid is very with the LET also. He's very rabidly with them. And then they want us to come and play cricket for them just because, they want to earn some revenue. The problem with the Pakistanis is they are looking at revenue stream, कहाँ से हमको 10 पैसे आ जाए. तो जब आप उनके वो 10 पैसे छेड़ते हो तो इनको ना बड़ी आग लगती है बेचारों को कि यार इधर से पैसे नहीं आएंगे तो हम क्या करेंगे, राइट? तो बेसिकली वही है इनका आइडिया, और कुछ नहीं है. और इनको ये लगता है कि Pakistanis live in a well. I got a Twitter DM from a Pakistani today.
अच्छा.
And one Pakistani, and he's sending me something कि Trump ये कर देगा और Trump वो कर देगा. And I very politely told him, I said नहीं, he said कि नहीं Trump को ये करना है, Trump जर्नलों को ये कर देगा उनको. मैंने कहा देखो यार, Trump कुछ नहीं करेगा, चिल मारो. नहीं, हाँ, अपने जर्नल्स को ये करेगा वो करेगा। मैंने कहा चिल मारो, वो कुछ नहीं करने वाला, उसका जो अपना स्टेट क्राफ्ट का गेम है वो खेलेगा। नहीं नहीं आपको नहीं पता है, ट्रम्प म्यूटिनी चाहता था। मैंने कहा यार तुम पाकिस्तानियों को ना डेमोक्रेसी लगती है जैसे तुम्हारी अपनी डेमोक्रेसी होती है कि कोई भी म्यूटिनी कर दे, कोई भी आ जाए, कोई भी जर्नल के साथ बैठ जाए। रियल डेमोक्रेसी वैसे नहीं होती। तुम जरा थोड़ा सा इस कुएं से बाहर निकल के दुनिया में जियो पहले, तुमको समझ आएगी ये दुनिया चलती कैसे है। उसके बाद तुम मेरे को ट्विटर पे बोलो कि क्या होने वाला है अमेरिका में, तुमको अपना नहीं पता तुम्हारा क्या होने वाला है, तुम अमेरिका की बातें करते हो बैठ के। मैंने कहा फतवा क्या दिया है तुम लोगों ने वीपीएन पे, बाय द वे क्या नया ड्रामा लगा के बैठे हो। मैं शर्म नहीं आती, हराम खाते हो सुबह से शाम तक बैठ के।
और ऊपर मुझे ट्वीट करते हो, हाय हाय हाय। अब तो
वही मैं कह
नहीं कोई दिखा ट्विटर पे, मैं उसको ये बोलूंगा बेटा वापस चले जा, ठीक नहीं है ये,
तो
अच्छी बात नहीं
इनको तो
है।
सारे लिख रहे हैं, इनको सारे लिख रहे हैं कि यार तुम तो हराम खा रहे हो, हराम खा रहे हो, तुम्हारा वीपीएन है, तुम हराम खा रहे हो। तो उसको हलाल करने का उसने तरीका बोला, नहीं नहीं आप गवर्नमेंट के साथ वीपीएन को रजिस्टर करा लो तो वो हलाल हो जाता। मैंने कहा शर्म कर लो यार तुम लोग कहीं जाके डूब मरो चलो ऊपर पानी में। सो दिस इज द हाँ, सो इफ यू रजिस्टर इट and it is registered, then it is halal, otherwise it is haram. This is the level of Pakistanis and their IQ, honestly यार। I mean क्या बोले इंसान, मतलब you know you're sitting alone and you're just thinking कि यार कहाँ से, मतलब where does this thinking come from? मतलब what have they taken Islam into and what have they made halal and haram out of? A VPN is also a haram and a halal depending on it is registered or not registered. So you know nobody can save Pakistanis. Nobody can save them. Absolutely no one can save them. That's one thing for sure.
यार संडे नाइट का शो खत्म हो जाएगा।
नहीं, it is true. Nobody can save them. इनको कोई नहीं बचा सकता, इन लोगों का कुछ नहीं हो सकता। मतलब honestly they are beyond repair at so many levels.
करा लो तो सब कुछ ठीक हो जाता है फिर।
हाँ, that is the answer I got. He said आप रजिस्टर करा लो तो ये हलाल हो जाएगा, गवर्नमेंट ने कर देना। मैंने कहा यार शर्म कर लो, कहीं जाके तुम यहाँ से बोलते हो कि हमारी सरकार मुर्ताद है, यहाँ से तुम बोलते हो वही हलाल की सर्टिफिकेशन देगी, तुमको शर्म नहीं आती है? तुम क्या लोग हो तुम लोग यार, कुछ तो शर्म करो। So this was one gentleman trying to have a chat with me today.
ये सिस्टम ठीक है, हाँ तो ये सर थोड़ा एडजस्ट कर लो ना।
और इस पे इनको फिर आईसीसी की ट्रॉफी जो है वो पीओके में घुमानी है और स्कार्दू में घुमानी है। आई मीन यार उससे क्या हो जाएगा? हाउ वुड इट मैटर? चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी इनके बाप की तो है नहीं, जीतना इन्होंने है नहीं, ठीक है। तो वो ट्रॉफी तो कोई ले जाएगा उठा के, तो क्या बनेगा इनका?
यार इसमें मेरे को ये नहीं समझ में आता, मैंने एक छोटा सा अपडेट भी किया था इसके ऊपर, ये कौन सी टीम्स हैं जो पाकिस्तान में आके चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी खेलना चाहती हैं? कौन सी टीम्स हैं ये? मेरे को जरा उन टीम के नाम बताओ।
नहीं, चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी तो सारे खेलेंगे, ऑस्ट्रेलिया होगा, न्यूजीलैंड होगा, एवरीबडी इज गोइंग टू बी देयर। बट द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट्स पाकिस्तान, यू नो, एफजे वाज वेरी राइट ऑन दिस। ही सेड व्हाट दे आर गोइंग टू डू इज दे आर गोइंग टू लॉक डाउन द एंटायर सिटी, put military everywhere and conduct these matches. That is the only way Pakistan can conduct. हाँ तो वो बेचारे अब 2 दिन अपनी एग्रीकल्चर छोड़ेंगे, तेल बेचना बंद करेंगे, पेट्रोल पंप से निकलेंगे तो जाके सड़कों पे बैठेंगे। नहीं तो आर्मी का वहां क्या काम है? पैसे ही कमाना। अब यहाँ आएंगे लोग, यहाँ से पकड़ेंगे। पीसीबी में भी तो भरे हुए हैं ये लोग, वहां से माल कमाएंगे। इनका तो बिजनेस चलना चाहिए ना रोज का, चाहे फिर वो एग्रीकल्चर से हो रहा है, चाहे स्टील से हो रहा है, चाहे क्रिकेट से हो रहा है, पैसे चाहिए। तो बेचारे वो क्या है, वो डंडा लेकर बैठेंगे शहर पे जाके, तो वहीं पे देखेंगे और क्या होगा। जब देखते हैं, अभी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में बड़ा टाइम है। कब है वैसे? आई डोंट नो द डेट, एग्जैक्ट डेट्स कब से स्टार्ट हो रही है, बट जब भी है पता नहीं है, अभी देखते हैं, लेट्स सी।
यार you're asking, ऐसे एक आदमी से पूछ लो जिसको क्रिकेट
मुझे भी एग्जैक्टली डेट्स नहीं पता।
बचपन में वो क्या है ना, वो बैट बॉल खेला है, क्रिकेट नहीं खेला।
हाँ तो ठीक है,
बैट बॉल खेला है। वो जो कोई बॉलिंग करा रहा है, तुम छक्के मार रहे हो, वो कोई छक्का है, अट्ठाए, कुछ नहीं पता। बैट बॉल खेला है, क्रिकेट
नहीं खेला। नहीं, I don't think the other teams will go.
नहीं पता अभी, honestly मेरे को तो I don't even know the rules. मेरे को तो ये भी नहीं पता कि भैया कैसे खेला जाता है। I have no idea. ये आजकल तो पता नहीं, देखो तो पता नहीं, कुछ वो एक सिस्टम है, ये है वो है, I don't even know।
आज तो बहुत एडवांस हो गया हुआ है, आज तो it's very advanced. But I don't know if the other teams will go the way Pakistani security is going. मुश्किल है।
March 9th 2025 को, as per somebody, Zesh साहब बोलते हैं March 9th।
ओ भाई साहब, मार्च 25।
वो भारत ने एडवांस में लात मार दी इनको। ओए होए।
और क्या, ये सारा ड्रामा इन्होंने शुरू किया था, अगर आपको याद होगा, एससीओ से। इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम आएगी, हम क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, फिर गाली पड़ी इनको यहाँ से, एमईए से। ठीक है, फिर हो गया कि नहीं, हमको शायद ये ब्रिक्स में एंट्री दिलवा देंगे, वहां से भी गाली पड़ी, वहां भी लात पड़ी। ये इनको हमसे लात खाने का शौक है। जब तक ये लात नहीं खाते ना, इनका पेट नहीं भरता। तो इनको एडवांस में एक लात पड़ गई है। बट मार्च 25, आई डोंट थिंक अदर कंट्रीज विल गो। पाकिस्तान सिक्योरिटी सिचुएशन इज नॉट गुड, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी गुड। सो हाउ विल दे कंडक्ट?
उस पे आते हैं 7 दिन बचे हैं भाई। 22 नवंबर को, ठीक है। और आपने बोला है, मैं दोबारा बोल रहा हूँ, मैं देखो राजा साहब की गर्दन नहीं पकड़नी 22 को। 1 हफ्ते का गैप है उसके अंदर। 1 हफ्ते का गैप अभी है और 1 हफ्ते का गैप उसके आगे भी है, ठीक है। तो 22 नवंबर की डेट है, बट उसके ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है। तो लेट्स गिव राजा साहब 3 more days। 30 नवंबर तक, मतलब मंथ एंड तक क्या होने वाला है पाकिस्तान में।
You don't need to give me anything. You don't need to
आपने
give me anything. I had told you by 22nd November, the end game between the Pakistani establishment and Imran Khan will be played out.
ठीक है।
22nd November was 24 नवंबर को उसने डू एंड डाई का प्रोटेस्ट दे दिया है। So this is the end game where it is going to go, where it is going to go, and what is going to happen with Imran.
इसके पीछे 3-4 चीजें हैं। जो आज 40 सेनेटर्स ने चिट्ठी साइन करके वो पूरी वायरल चल रही है आज। that those signatures are going viral right now on Twitter। पाकिस्तानी जो भी 4-6 ट्विटर पे
यूएस वाले,
हाँ ठीक है, 40 सेनेटर्स की वो सिग्नेचर है, वो वायरल जा रहा है चारों तरफ से। एक तो है, मेरा फंडा पता है क्या है जो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, एंड दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच आई सी एज अ पॉसिबिलिटी, कि यार एक ट्रम्प ने ट्वीट कर दिया ना इमरान खान के चक्कर में, ठीक है, जैसे बांग्लादेश में करा, क्योंकि काफी इंडिया से लॉबिंग चल रही है पीछे की तरफ से, तो ही मेड दैट ट्वीट। द क्या कंसोलिडेशन ने, काउंसिल ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिकन हिंदूज ने काफी सारी वो करी है वहां पर। सो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ लॉबिंग व्हिच इज हैपनिंग टू ट्रम्प। एंड ये चीज बाय द वे मेरे को कैसे पता है, क्योंकि अल जजीरा ने लीक करी थी। इसके बाद से the CONHA has come out and said, boss you, अब तो हम खुले में करेंगे। तो अब
खुले में करेंगे
इसको। So they've started doing now। And उससे ट्रम्प का एक ट्वीट आया, and I know for a fact कि जो पाकिस्तान के अंदर पीटीआई का इतना सपोर्ट है कि नहीं है मुझे नहीं पता, बट पाकिस्तान के बाहर स्पेशली इन वेस्टर्न नेशंस पीटीआई का काफी सपोर्ट है। तो आपको क्या लगता है, विल ट्रम्प कम आउट एंड से कि भाई इमरान खान के साथ जो हो रहा है वो ठीक नहीं है, करके एक ट्वीट डालेगा कि नहीं डालेगा? क्योंकि अगर केओस होता है स्ट्रीट में, फिर व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द पॉसिबिलिटी?
In vis-a-vis India, Trump knows how important the partnership with India is going forward. ठीक है, so if he is addressing the concerns of Indians, he is playing it the right way. The Pakistanis are not in the same league as we are in. There's a huge difference. 1, 2, 40 senators to छोड़ो, आज 22 MPs from UK have written a letter to their parliamentarians had issued a letter on Imran Khan. UK Foreign Secretary had to give a statement saying that Imran Khan will not be tried in a military court. That statement is very significant because that statement tells you that somewhere PTI has been able to negotiate successfully with the West, both UK and US. Now, will Trump tweet, and will that tweet be taken seriously by the Pakistanis is something to be seen.
यार अमेरिकन का ट्वीट तो यार फट जाएगी ऑब्वियसली।
देखो, अमेरिकन सिग्नेचर्स पे इनको बात करनी शुरू करनी पड़ी, उसको जेल में उसका रिस्टोर करना पड़ा, जितना भी इन्होंने उसको कट ऑफ किया था मीडिया से, बाकी चीजों से, उसकी बीवी को छोड़ना पड़ा, उसकी बहनों को छोड़ना पड़ा। ठीक है, इनकी हिलेगी तो सही, बट पॉइंट ये है कि ट्रम्प मुझे नहीं लगता इस हफ्ते में ट्वीट करेगा।
अगर केओस बहुत ज्यादा होता है तो ट्वीट आ जाएगा, केओस नहीं होता तो
अगर पाकिस्तान में, हाँ, अगर केओस बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ता है तो 100% ट्वीट आएगा. 100% तो नहीं मैं कहूंगा, बट 70% देयर वुड बी सम साइन कमिंग फ्रॉम, चाहे ट्वीट आए, चाहे उनका देयर हिज प्रेस सेक्रेटरी गिव्स अ, व्हाइट हाउस का जो सेक्रेटरी है, ही गिव्स अ सम प्रेस स्मॉल फीलर और समथिंग विल कम आउट. But let's see what happens on 24th, because Imran is adamant कि this is a do and die, and he is very clear that you want to kill me, kill me. So he has definitely stuck a deal. He's saying I will die in jail. You keep me in jail forever, I don't care. So he's gone to that level. So he is not going to go to that level unless and until he's very confident that somebody is backing him up.
Correct. ठीक है.
Right. अच्छा, आज IMF वालों ने भी बोला है कि subject to our internal report, will go and present our findings to the president of the IMF for future thing.
Right.
So उन्होंने भी उनको लटका दिया आज कि ये कहीं भी जा सकता है, 7 बिलियन का तुम्हारा लोन. Pakistanis are not very happy. Pakistanis don't openly say कि IMF क्या बोल रहा है, but Pakistanis are indicating, saying that the IMF ने कहा है कि हम जाके देखते हैं, हमने ले ली है रिपोर्ट, अब हम जाके डिस्कस करेंगे कि हमारा फ्यूचर कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन क्या होगा. सो प्रेशर तो है पाकिस्तान पे, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट. ट्रम्प, तभी मैंने कहा ना कि द डे ट्रम्प केम, व्हाई डिड IMF लैंड इनटू पाकिस्तान? क्या कर रहे थे 6-8 हफ्ते पहले आने का मतलब क्या था? And now they have left with a statement saying that, subject to our internal approval, we'll present our findings to the president of IMF for future action. What does that mean? That clearly means that, we will think that we have to give you more money, or we will think we don't have to give you more money. Will you be able to fix it or not able to fix it? So the pressure is there on Pakistanis. The pressure is huge. अच्छा, काफी दिनों से शहबाज शरीफ और नवाज शरीफ दोनों चुप करके बैठे हुए हैं. नो स्टेटमेंट इस तरह.
नवाज तो अमेरिका गया हुआ है.
हाँ, तो अमेरिका जाने के बाद यूके में आज PTI के लिए ये हो गया, फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी को बोलना पड़ गया. US जाके भी उसको कुछ मिल तो रहा नहीं है. He is not getting anything, but they are quiet. Both the brothers are quiet. चीफ मिनिस्टर गायब है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर गायब है पाकिस्तान का. ये वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर है जो हर चीज पे बोलता है. इसका कोई स्टेटमेंट नहीं आ रहा. ये चुप करके बैठे हैं दोनों भाई. They are not able to say anything. So they know that they are in trouble. आसिम मुनीर तो वैसे पैर पकड़ के आ गया कि वो 1.1 बिलियन हमारा कर दो किसी भी हालत में. फ्यूल का जो है आपने रोल ओवर बोला हुआ है, क्रेडिट देना है, वो क्रेडिट दे दो हमको. Saudis are not accepting him yet. Saudis नहीं मान रहे अभी. चाइनीज नहीं मान रहे अपना $3.4 बिलियन अभी भी ये करना, नेक्स्ट रोल ओवर देना. और इमरान अब सर पे नाचे करेंगे.
इन्होंने जो अश्योरेंस दी है IMF को कि साहब आप हमको पैसे दे दो, बाकी हम चाइना और इनसे ले लेंगे, तो हम ठीक हो जाएंगे, कोई इतनी टेंशन नहीं है. इन्होंने काफी एश्योरेंस, हाथ पैर जोड़े हैं इनको जाके IMF को, ये मुझे पता है.
इन्होंने लेटर दिया था which the Saudis and the Chinese had provided कि yes, we are considering giving them a rollover, so based on our consideration you can go ahead and do it. So IMF said okay, we'll release the first tranche, but that consideration has not materialized. वो mature ही नहीं हो रही है. The Saudis have not given them the official line of credit for $1.1 billion. The Chinese, they are asking for another rollover of $3.4 billion. The Chinese have said absolutely no, boss, no more rollovers. So the Chinese will hold it. If relations go bad with America, Chinese will like it. Chinese will say तोड़ो. तो पाकिस्तान को यहाँ से भी खींच रहा है, यहाँ से भी खींच रहे हैं, दोनों तरफ से खींच रहे हैं. बट पाकिस्तानीज नो दैट चाइनीज मनी इज नॉट व्हाट दे कैन सर्वाइव ऑन.
यार
उनको ये तो समझ आ
गया. IMF नहीं सुनेगा ना यार. IMF ने तो बोला भैया चाइना से हमारा कोई लेना देना नहीं है जब तक तुम हमको लोन के पेपर नहीं दिखाते. हाँ,
नहीं, उसमें एक और चीज है ना. पाकिस्तानीज ऑल्सो हैव रियलाइज्ड कि अमेरिका से टाई तोड़ के सिर्फ चाइना हमारी मदद नहीं करेगा. चाइना इज नॉट अमेरिका who will keep on giving us money from here and there. The Chinese don't pay like that. So America पे dependent होना पाकिस्तानियों के लिए बड़ी मजबूरी है. Right? So now things are going to become better. Now, there is an internal thing going on कि ये mini budget लाएंगे पाकिस्तान में. The politicians are saying नहीं mini budget नहीं आने वाला, but I would not be surprised कि they will do it. They are going extremely hard on media. They're calling all these people who are running, podcast and all that. उनको
वो
बुला
तो
रहे
बैठा हुआ है वहाँ पर, क्या नाम है उसका, नजम सेठी तो बाहर जाके बैठ गया, उसको पता है यहाँ पर कुछ बोल दिया तो उड़ जाएगा।
नहीं, इवन जो पाकिस्तान में चला रहे हैं, रफ्तार एंड ऑल दैट, दे हैव आल्सो गॉट नोटिसेस फ्रॉम इस्लामाबाद की पेश हो जाओ हमारे सामने। So they are brutally suppressing any counter view which is coming on from the ground. Basically, Pakistan is preparing for a very bad martial law. But will Imran Khan survive this martial law and will he come out is what we will know on 24th and 25th evening. Because Imran has also played it very smartly. He said, one, we will not withdraw. Two, I have formed a committee who will negotiate, given on our terms. And his terms are, we know what his terms are. It's the rollback of constitutional amendment, release of all political prisoners, including him, and Form 47 की सरकार को खारिज करो.
क्योंकि ओके, बट देखो अगर आप इसको थोड़ा सा लेट्स ब्रेक दिस डाउन अ लिटिल बिट, ठीक है? दो तीन सिचुएशंस जो सेपरेटली खुल रही है। एक है आपका इमरान खान सिचुएशन है, दूसरी इकोनॉमी सिचुएशन आपने बात करी है, तीसरी ऑब्वियसली सिक्योरिटी सिचुएशन है, वहां पर बंदे ठुकने शुरू हो चुके हैं वापस से, ठीक है? पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड गेटिंग बजाउड एंड बैंग्ड एंड वो शुरू हो गया है वापस, दैट गेम जो पहले होता था, that is started up right now. Point that I'm trying to say is basically इनका जो इंटरनल डायनामिक था अभी, जो पिछले 4-6 महीने से थोड़ा स्ट्रांग हो रखा था, क्योंकि इमरान खान के बंदों को इन्होंने निचोड़ रखा था अच्छे से, ठीक है? सो अंदर का डायनामिक थोड़ा बैलेंस हो गया था, राइट? वो बैलेंस अभी क्या आप बोल रहे हो कि वो कहीं ना कहीं यू थिंक दैट इज नाउ स्टार्टिंग टू ब्रेक, बिकॉज द चक्कर इज देयर आर 2 points टू दिस. वन, अगर आप देखें इसको, व्हेन यू लुक एट इट इन द लिटिल ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव, चाइनीज हैव सेड कि साहब हमारे बंदे अंदर आने दो, हमने इसके बारे में डिस्कस करा है. और ये मैंने बहुत लोगों से एक ही सवाल पूछा है, जो मैंने अपने छोटे से टॉक में भी बोला था, कि यार उनका क्या मैंडेट रहेगा, क्या वो गोली मार सकते हैं, अरेस्ट कर सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या नहीं कर सकते? तो ये है. दूसरा, हु विल गार्ड द गार्ड्स? तो इनके पास जो एक्सिस्टेंशियल क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं इस टाइम पे, वो बड़े टेढ़े हैं, विच हैव लिटरली नो आंसर. अब चाइनीज को अंदर ले आओ, ठीक है, वो अमेरिका का गेम छोड़ो कि अमेरिका इज वांटिंग द चाइनीज टू कम इनसाइड एंड दिस एंड दैट, बट चाइनीज भी इतने बेवकूफ हैं, अपने बंदे अंदर डालना चाहते हैं इन अ पॉइंट वेयर दे नो देयर इज नो वन टू गार्ड द गार्ड्स. यार वो जो गार्ड कर रहे हैं उनको कौन गार्ड करेगा भाई?
So basically what the Chinese want is that when the Chinese come in, they will bring in their own PMG kind of thing, right?
ठीक है.
Those guys are mercenaries. We call them mercenary fighters. They are not. They're an extensive part of Chinese PLA. One. They will have full military powers. And I don't think they are the ones who are going to seek to arrest people. They are the ones who are going to shoot people.
Fantastic.
So if you remember, under no rule, if you remember in Iraq, what used to happen? Anybody who used to come close to a vehicle, the Chinese, the American convoy used to be there. Anybody, you had to stand like a person and you would be shot dead on a mere suspicion. That is what the Chinese basically want to do. They want to put fear in the people that when we are moving, nobody moves. Now, where do they need the guards? They want to protect their own facilities and they want to make sure that the outer perimeter is guarded by the Pakistani army and the Pakistani FC. They want to take control. They want to take complete control of the internal security. कि internal security जो हमारे पास है.
Done. पिछले हफ्ते में जो इंसिडेंट हुआ है, पाकिस्तानी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड ने तो चाइनीज को ठोका है ना भाई.
देखो मेरा पॉइंट ये है कहने का कि पाकिस्तानी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड ने ठोका ना, तो अब वहां पर अगर पाकिस्तानी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड है नहीं, चाइनीज गार्ड ही खड़ा है, तो वो कहां से ठोकेगा चाइनीज को? और वो जो पाकिस्तानी सिक्योरिटी गार्ड था वो प्राइवेट था ना. ही वाज अ प्राइवेट गार्ड, ही वाज नॉट अ गवर्नमेंट गार्ड. नो,
पाकिस्तानी है ना यार. अगर आप देखो इनर रिंग पे, एंड लेट्स काइंड ऑफ डू अ बैक एंड फोर्थ ऑन दिस, बिकॉज़ ये मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा. इनर रिंग में आपके चाइनीज खड़े हैं, आउटर रिंग में पाकिस्तानी खड़े हैं, तो यार पाकिस्तानी चाइनीज विल हैव टू कोऑर्डिनेट विद ईच अदर. उनमें से एक साला रोग निकला, डिस्काउंट कर दिया, खत्म कहानी, फिर वही गेम.
हाँ, तो they will shoot ना. The Pakistanis don't shoot. The moment, see, the point is, if I have an outer parameter and somebody is walking without communicating to me that somebody is coming into you, and I see somebody coming in, I'm just going to shoot him. The Pakistanis don't shoot, no? That's it. The Pakistani will not shoot. वो आई कार्ड दिखाएगा, पंजाबी में बोलेगा हाँ चल जा, ते मोटरसाइकिल पे आएगा, पुलिस की वर्दी होगी, बोलेगा हाँ अपना ही है. So we have seen this happening, but how effective this whole game is another question, because this opens you up for suicide attacks.
Yep.
This completely throws open one VBID attacks, SVBID attacks, IED attacks, suicide attacks.
अब उसके भी आप कितने सारे चीजें निकाल सकते हो, उसके भी कितनी सारी चीजें निकाल सकते हो आप. एक भेज सकते हो पेनिट्रेशन के लिए, ठीक है, दूसरा पेनिट्रेट कर गया, उसके बाद दूसरा जाएगा, विल बी द मेन अटैकर.
दूसरा यह है कि बलूचिस्तान का अगर आप टोपोग्राफी देखोगे एंड इनके कैंप्स अगर आप देखोगे, दे आर इन क्वाइट आइसोलेशन, सो दे आर ओपन टू अटैक. कल नहीं हुआ, कल मारे नहीं इनके 9 रात को एफसी में, एफसी के कैंप को घेर के मारा इन्होंने, 40-50 बंदे उतरे थे नीचे, ठीक है. सो see, the Chinese are thinking they are able to protect their people. Let them come and let them see. But more than, it is not about protecting the people. The Chinese want to take over the assets they own in Pakistan. They want to colonize those areas. That is the game.
Lovely. I love it. बहुत बढ़िया. Love it.
That is the game. The idea is to colonize these places.
जो टेढ़े मेढ़े पाकिस्तानी सर्कल्स हैं, उनके अंदर क्या चल रहा है अभी? चीन आ रहा है पाकिस्तान के अंदर, पाकिस्तान ने हथियार भेजे हैं बांग्लादेश को, अभी भारत को तोड़ने का टाइम आ गया. मैं बोला क्या पी के सोते हो यार तुम लोग.
I am so sorry, but I am tired of these people and they have absolutely no idea what they are talking about. इनको समझ नहीं आता, ना इनको पता है. I don't want to comment something, but they're extremely disappointing, honestly. They don't understand how things work.
As human beings,
they're extremely disappointing. No, they are disappointing. They are an insult to ASEAN community. They are an insult to geopolitical community. They are an overall insult to intelligence. I'm so sorry to say this, but some of them really are. I mean, the kind of narratives they come up with. I mean, yaar, how can you even think of some stupidity like this?
साहब YouTube में वीडियोस हैं, मैं आपको भेजता हूँ. I saw that.
हाँ, मुझे पता है, मैं देखता हूँ कुछ, मतलब cringe है वो. For me, they're cringe. That's nonsense, you know.
मैं देखता नहीं, पाकिस्तानी में टच नहीं करता, because एक भी पैसा मेरे को देना नहीं है उनको. But किसी ने मेरे को भेजा, सर ये पक्का देखो. ओ मैं बोला यार चल ठीक है देख लेता हूँ. तो मैंने देखा उसको. यार ये क्या है? ये तो मजा आ गया भैया.
See, the only thing in Bangladesh now could be the only change could be, और आप BNP का देखोगे, BNP has upped the ante. They might want an election in Bangladesh, which Yunus doesn't want to happen. So Bangladesh में अब ये होगा कि internally बहुत जबरदस्त लड़ाई होने वाली है between the Islamists and the others. ठीक है, they're gonna go into chaos and it's gonna go to martial law. I'm telling you.
मेरे को दिखता है BNP and
Jamaat will collide. नहीं, BNP and Jamaat. नहीं, अवामी लीग नहीं, अवामी लीग के पास उतना है ही नहीं आज की डेट में कि वो सड़क पर आएंगे, because they don't want to die. It will be Jamaat and the BNP. It will be Jamaat Islami fighting the BNP on the streets. It will not be Awami League. Awami League doesn't have the legs right now. They will not risk it. ठीक है. So that is what is going to happen in Bangladesh. That is what I see happening in Bangladesh. But देखो यार, we know that they will supply weapons to Bangladesh. We know the weapons are not going to come from Pakistan. Even if they come from Pakistan, it is okay. The weapons are going to come from Myanmar. That's a much easier and an open route. That is where traditionally the weapons have been moving out. And don't forget,
next week में ना एक separate we'll do a discussion on this.
I want to do an entire, let's not only Bangladesh, I want to do Bangladesh and the whole Terai region.
हाँ चलो ठीक है, उस पे बात करते हैं.
हाँ, उस पे बहुत जरूरी है, because the way जमात इस्लामी, the way you know जमात दावा और मरकज़ दावा इस्लाम जिसको पहले बोलते थे, the way they have actually infiltrated these places in last 30 years. Yeah. I don't think we have spoken enough on this topic. I think it's a very serious topic which we need to discuss. इस पे करेंगे. Let's leave Bangladesh on the side for the time being.
एक काम करते हैं.
But coming back to Pakistan,
we'll find some time and we'll do this. ये थोड़ा वो इलेक्शन खत्म हो जाने दो. इलेक्शन के पहले तक मेरा थोड़ी बत्ती बंद करके रखेंगे साले. जैसे इलेक्शन खत्म होगा थोड़ा
उसके बाद बात करेंगे. So let's come back to Pakistan.
Now,
so the Chinese basically
up, you finish that, but I want to add something to your this thing. One is, another thing is Jamaat-e-Islami, and then second thing is one character has suddenly gone gayab, which is Diesel.
Diesel's man got exploded today in KP.
That's
One of his Maulanas was attacked. Diesel has not gone quiet. Diesel is sitting very calmly and quietly. Diesel knows that he is the kingmaker right now. So Diesel is very quiet because tacitly Diesel is supporting Imran. Diesel has its bets on Imran Khan because he knows that, you know, anything which goes wrong will be very difficult. Diesel also knows that if Pakistani mullah military comes into power, his screws will be very tightened because of his activities, because he'll be asked to deliver a lot more, which he's not able to deliver in KP abhi. He's looking at his own power circle. He's asking for KP and he's asking for Balochistan. He's saying, give me these two provinces and I'll take care of him. But Diesel is active, and that is how Diesel is. Diesel doesn't give many public bayans. But Diesel's man out today by ISKP tells you, no, what is happening. That is a way to tell Maulana that if you don't fall in line, then this will be your fate. So JUIF will have to be very, very careful with this. So Diesel तो बैठा चुप करके.
ISKP भी देखो, अगर आप इन्होंने ISKP का, अगर आप अभी वो मैगजीन आएगा मंथ एंड पे, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर दैट मैगजीन टू कम, क्योंकि ये उनका विंटर एडिशन आता है नवंबर एंड में, अभी तक आया नहीं है. मेरे को जो दिखता है कि इस बारी कहीं ना कहीं there will be some gocha that they will put out which will be surprising to the Pakistani army itself. पता नहीं, I have this nagging feeling. Why? देखो, पहले तो ईस्ट तुर्किस्तान वाले मिल गए इनके साथ, ठीक है. I don't know if the Baloch have also kind of gotten in touch with these chaps. You never know.
No, I'll tell you East Turkmenistan का क्या सीन.
ISKP.
नहीं, I will tell you ISPP KP एक ही चीज है. I'll tell you ये ETIM का क्या सीन है. See, the ETIM का जो है ना, they have been always on the side of this, what do you call, on the Salafi Islam. ISKP is basically they are ready to join ISKP anytime. ETIM में जितने भी Salafist leader जो तालिबान के हैं, they were trying to keep a pressure onto ETIM saying that keep it down, but the Pakistanis have been able to, I told you last time also, they will use Lashkar-e-Toiba and their affiliates to create ISKP, if you remember. ETIM is another part of that. So ETIM being a part of ISKP is no surprise to me. क्योंकि ideological mooring and ideological bending उनकी completely वही है. That is what they are. In Tajikistan also the recruitments have happened under ETIM only. ठीक है. So ये जितना बेल्ट है ना तजाकिस्तान का या ETIM का या तुर्कमेनिस्तान वालों का, ये ideologically they're very, very close to this kind of thing, and the Pakistanis have successfully converted them into it. Now if you look at the ISKP magazines, ISKP मैगजीन में आपको हमेशा दिखेगा कि वो पाकिस्तानी आर्मी को भी एक लाइन होती है, मगर होती जरूर है, वो उनको भी गाली बकते हैं कि हम तुम्हारे साथ भी ये करेंगे. बट दैट इज अ डेलिब्रेट थिंग दे पुट इन देयर. That is a very deliberate thing which the Pakistanis tell them to put in there. The point is how many actions ISKP or ISPP has done in Pakistan as compared to TTP. That is your answer. That is your answer.
वो भी ISKP ने नहीं करा था, वो ISPP ने करा था, वलाया वाले ने करा था, बलूचिस्तान
वलाया वाले में भी, हाँ, वो भी तब करा था, वो बड़ी शुरू में किया था. उसके बाद से जब टीटीपी और बलूचिस्तान का आपस में BLA का जब पैक्ट हुआ, तो वो जो विंग था ISPP में, वो निकल के TTP में चला गया था. So Pakistanis get that thing planted in that magazine only because they want to take certain fighters from TTP away. They want to take certain fighters from Taliban away and they want to get them into ISKP.
इनकी बैकएंडिंग क्या चल रही होगी ट्रम्प के साथ? बिकॉज़ ट्रम्प विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट ISIS एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. वो तो तोड़ने को तैयार होगा इनको.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Why would Trump want to break that? Why would he do that? And I don't think Trump is basically looking into the Pakistani problem so much. He's looking into, Pakistanis believe that the world revolves around them. Trump aa gaya, to wo hamara masiha aa gaya. The point is, why would Trump be so important, be so invested into Pakistan at the moment?
He hates them. मेरे हिसाब से तो he
Right.
will work to.
He will squeeze them. No, I told you he'll squeeze them further. So he will be looking at squeezing them further. And ISKP ka jo game hai na, this suits the Pakistani establishment a lot. So even if Americans say tomorrow that no, we don't want to, go all in into it, the Pakistanis will have to support ISKP. Because if Pakistanis stop supporting ISKP, TTP se battar hal Pakistan ka ISKP karegi. That is the kind of monsters they are. They have to unleash it somewhere. And they have to unleash it on the Afghans. They have to break the Taliban. So they have to unleash it. So where will they unleash it? So the Pakistanis will play the ISKP game regardless of the Americans or not the Americans.
So lastly, मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ, and then let's get into audience questions. Is that what do you think? आपके हिसाब में थोड़ा, if you just look at it, both aspects of it. चाइना का जो हमने एनालिसिस करा था कि अमेरिकन्स चाइना को अंदर खींचने की कोशिश करेंगे, which is exactly what is happening right now. ठीक है, and हमारा भी वही इंटरेस्ट रहेगा कि इनको अंदर खींचो, so that they get more involved and get a strategic defeat.
Pressure is off. Yeah.
आपको चाहिए कि वो सिर पे उनके घंटी बजनी है, जो ट्रूप्स इस तरफ आने चाहिए वो घूम के उस तरफ आने चाहिए वहां पर. That's something that you would also look for. तो ये तो हो रहा है. Now how do you think जो the बोलते हैं ना, the bells of war, what should we look at as the bell of war going forward? And it's not an actual war which is going to happen, but it's the bell of dung. बोलते हैं ना, घंटी बज गई, अब हो गया काम का. What series of events will we see? एक तो अभी इमरान खान का तो हो ही रहा है. There is something which is
24th.
अफगानिस्तान खड़ा हुआ है वहां पर पकड़ के, मेरे को ये पता है. ठीक है.
They are trying to create a problem.
Iranians are pissed the bloody hell off.
Iranians are very pissed off.
So what do you think will be the dung that will hit? बोलते हैं ना, starting जब रेस स्टार्ट होती है ना, एक वो डिचकियां करके वो बजाते हैं या घंटी बजाते हैं या गोली चलाते हैं. What will be that start?
2. One would be 24th. How the Pakistani public responds to it, number 1. That will be very, very important. Because will Asim Munir make a U-turn, or will he go full Monty and try to scuttle this thing completely and, take charge? Because everybody is asking for re-elections. JUF is also asking for re-elections. Okay. One is that. Second thing would be how Trump goes in Afghanistan. What his game plan in Afghanistan is. Because one is Bagram, second is how will he deal with the Afghan Taliban? Will he try to break them, or will he try to keep them the way they are? Right? That is another very, very important aspect to watch. What is American policy going forward in Afghanistan? मेरे को ये लगता है कि I don't think he will do a big, changes into the. He would not want to destabilize Afghanistan, because he knows then the problem would be there. But then at the end of the day, I want to see what kind of deal he stucks with Afghans to stop the Chinese in Afghanistan. Because if you look the way Chinese are dealing with Afghanis, and openly saying, the Chinese are now openly saying that we are doing business in Afghanistan because we feel more secure in Afghanistan than in Pakistan. That is a big ghanti. And they have very openly said this. A PMNL senator has openly said this, ki how could Chinese say that they want to do business with Afghanistan because they feel more secure in Afghanistan than with Pakistan. That is a big ghanti. Second thing would be your Middle East war. That is the big ghanta. How is Israel going to take this to the logical conclusion? Because Trump wants them not to come to agreements. He wants them to win. He is going to support them to go all out. So the Israelis are going to go all out in the Middle East. And that is making Saudis a bit jittery also. Saudis are also a bit jittery about this. Where will this go? Okay. So that is going to be another marker for the Pakistanis, how the Pakistanis are going to behave that time. Because internally Pakistan ke jihadis there'll be a huge pressure on Pakistani jihadis. Where will Pakistan export that jihadis is also very important to see. But इनका घंटा बजेगा आप मानो 24 के बाद 24 के बाद आपको समझ आएगा कि where this whole thing is going to go. And the way they have stuck in KP today on JUIF is something to watch out for. I think that they will up the ante in KP. They will use ISKP suicide bombers within Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
To what end?
It is going to be messy.
To
No end, Pakistan. What end? No end. Do you think they think about second and third order effects? They have that much of brains.
माफ करना
Seriously, do you think they have that kind of brains?
Sorry.
They don't
मेरा
have.
थोड़ा slow हो गया था. Sorry.
They don't have that brains. They might try to do that. They might try to do that with TTP. Because this is the end game. One, Imran is the end game. Why Imran is the end game? Imran is not the end game. TTP is the end game. Now, how are they going? If they fail in front of Imran Khan, they have to bow down to TTP.
वो तो खा जाएंगे इनको नहीं तो.
हाँ, तो गेम एंड गेम जो मैंने प्रेडिक्ट किया था 24 का वो स्टार्ट हो गया 24 से. 24 को आप देखो क्या होता है. इन्होंने आज क्रैकडाउन करना शुरू तो कर दिया पीटीआई पे. They are picking up leaders and all that. इंटरनेट बंद है. VPN को हलाल कर रहे हैं बैठ के. तो लेट्स सी क्या होता है. But 24 नहीं हलाल कर रजिस्टर करके हलाल कर रहे हैं ना. रजिस्टर कराओ तो हलाल हो गया. तो हलाली में लगे हुए हैं. हराम को हलाल कर रहे हैं. इनका नॉनसेंस तो शुरू हो गया. But both Nawaz and both Shahbaz are very quiet.
Yeah.
And I am waiting. And you know what is very important? The very important statement came from Sheikh Rashid today.
जो फ्रूट खरीद रहा था थोड़े दिन पहले.
हाँ, Sheikh Rashid has said the Pakistani military doesn't require him anymore. Yes, he has said that. कि पाकिस्तानी मिलिट्री को मेरी जरूरत खत्म हो गई.
सिगार कहाँ से आएंगे मिलिट्री को शेख रशीद के फिर?
हाँ, उसका ये भी कहना था कि मैंने आज तक मिलिट्री के खिलाफ कुछ नहीं बोला मगर अब मिलिट्री को शायद मेरी जरूरत नहीं है. हालांकि we know he's a nuisance guy, it's a nuisance value. But you know, for a Sheikh Rashid to come out and give that kind of a statement, it tells you what is happening within Pakistan. So I will be observing Pakistan this. और आपको मैं सच बताऊं, मुझे पता नहीं क्यों था. I was like, आज शायद 24 है और कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. क्या नहीं हो रहा है? जब आपने मुझे कहा सर 17 है, मैंने कहा यार मैं 4 दिन आगे चल रहा हूँ. I'm so into Pakistan that I'm thinking this Sunday is 24th and it's gonna happen.
आप तो बड़े, you were very excited कि यार ओए आज
time है. I was like, अच्छा अभी time. So this week I'm going to watch Pakistan very very closely. छोटी छोटी चीजें भी बड़ी क्लोजली वॉच करनी पड़ेंगी बिकॉज देयर इज अ पोटेंशियल ऑफ अ स्मॉल इंसिडेंट ट्रिगरिंग इनटू समथिंग वेरी बिग. यू वुड नॉट नो. और अगर आईएमएफ ने लोन रोक दिया तो भाई साहब इनकी तो बैंड बजने वाली है. इनकी तो बैंड बजने वाली है. और मुझे पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा लग रहा है कि आईएमएफ ने इनको और स्ट्रिंजेंट करना और इनको ये बोलना है कि नहीं तुम ये चेंज भी करो, ये चेंज भी करो, ये चेंज भी करो, तब जाके पैसे मिलेंगे. अभी हमने तुम्हारा होल्ड पे डाल दिया. आई थिंक आईएमएफ विल पुट देयर मनी ऑन होल्ड. दैट इज द बेट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक. जो उनकी लैंग्वेज है ना, मुझे लग रहा है कि दे हैव गिवन अ सटल थ्रेट टू द पाकिस्तानी सेइंग दैट we are not very sure whether we want to continue with with giving you money on time or not. So something is cooking on the back end. Let's see how the Pakistanis this week behave on IMF. So it's gonna be interesting popcorn time. Ash karo, maze karo, aur kya. घंटा बजने वाला है. The bell is about to start ringing. The gong will go.
Ghanta.
Wait, the gong will go. It'll bajao fight.
In Dev Talks, you have to say घंटा भैंस की आंख.
तो घंटा बजने वाला है. घंटा इनका बज गया है. आवाज इनको भी नहीं आ रही. आवाज आने वाली है. 24 तारीख से आवाज आनी शुरू हो जाएगी. 22 से ही आ जाएगी. वैसे 22 से ही आ जाएगी. 20-22 से शुरू हो जाएगी. वाइब्रेशन तभी से शुरू हो जानी है.
Interesting. Let's get into questions, guys. सबसे request है, we're just about close to 2,980 plus people watching us. So please hit the like button, subscribe, and of course, yes, you guys know this is, by the way, this is one of the highest audience we've got this week. So
thank you.
Let's hope things are
people are very
because
people are very interested about 22nd.
अरे साहब, पाकिस्तान के ऊपर भी मैं बात करी है, उसमें भी कोई ऑडियंस नहीं आई मेरे को. This week has been a disaster for me. I've been so bloody distraught. It's not even funny. बैंड बजी हुई है because Trudeau की मैंने थोड़ी पैंट ज्यादा उतार दी और कुछ नहीं.
वही है, थोड़ा सा यार.
A little overboard with Canada.
No, but I seriously hope that Indian entrepreneurs seriously start looking at building global.
Look at this. This is so stupid. I am putting out the truth, and they are bloody putting me down. And the truth is, by the way, which is what the tech guys actually believe.
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना कि I hope the Indian entrepreneurs really look at building global platforms.
आप हिंदुओं को गाली दे दो, ठीक है, आपको millions of views मिलते हैं, but if I call someone, what I said on Twitter, मेरा account restrict हो जाता है. And this tells you.
मैं वही कह रहा हूँ ना ये. Because
see,
it
the
is
reason
the algorithm.
I did that on purpose. मैं actually because I know that guy keeps repeating this. तो मैं actually उसका ढूंढ के गया account. I follow him.
आप भी यहीं से पंगे लो जाके. यहीं से जाके पंगे लेते हो और कोई काम नहीं है.
नहीं, मैं तो खुद ही पंगे ले रहा था उससे. मैं सही बता रहा हूँ.
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ, यहीं से जाके पंगे.
मैंने जाके ढूंढा British aid to United Kingdom aid to India, British aid to India. कोई tweet दिखे of a भारी account so that I can abuse him. I did that. I found this chap, and I know this guy has been saying this again and again. तो मैंने इसको तब मारा. Then I said, okay, let me watch now what happens. Within 6 minutes, it said that this is hate speech.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Use the word श्वेत. इनकी हिंदी और संस्कृत में मारो. तब कुछ नहीं होगा.
यार ये I wanted to see कि यार ये लोग इतना बोलते हैं, ये करते हैं.
The bias is real. The bias is real. That bias is real. You cannot deny that.
Let's get into questions. काफी सारे सवाल हैं, guys. Like करिए. We got 1,200 likes. We need to hit at least 2,000 likes, guys. Please. जरा आप लोग बटन जोर से दबाओ. At least 2,000 likes need to be hit. Those of you who are watching on TV, I know you can't like this thing. Please phone पे खोल के दबा दो. It'll really help the channel grow. If you like what we are doing, please do that. At least 2,000 से ज़्यादा likes होने चाहिए. And most importantly, share this with your friends and families. And of course, yes, request is if you guys can contribute towards this channel using the QR code, या फिर PayPal, या फिर super sticker, super chats के साथ. All right, let's see. Let's get into questions. सबसे पहले, let me just acknowledge the members: Deepak Lukhta ji, Girish ji, Anand ji, and Mr. Raju. I think Raju Saab is joining the second time, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you so much for joining in as a member. Appreciate you guys. And of course, Manish Murthy ji has also joined us as a member. And Mr. Rocky has also joined us as a member. Thank you so very much, all of you. Let's see. Hindus love Pathans. Thank you so much. Imran Khan said Pashtuns used to come to India for Hindu women. He played every match against India like it is jihad. Are we mental slaves of Pashtun? No, we are not.
We are not mental slaves of Pashtun. Where has this idea come from that we are mental slaves of Pashtun? Why should we be? Just because Imran Khan said something, that doesn't make us their slave or their slaves, no? So, relax, guys.
Koi tension nahi hai, yaar. It's okay. Okay. Once again, thank you so much. He says, Pak Punjabi talk jihad, Pashtun do jihad. Careful. Yes, we are. Thank you so much. And once again, Pashtun Taliban discussing Ghazwa-e Hind and Kashmir. I haven't seen that. If you have anything, please send it to me. I'll be glad to take it up with the Taliban itself. Rutwit ji, thank you so much. In short, Pakistan going to be worse than Afghanistan soon. Afghanistan is pretty cool, actually.
Afghanistan is very stable. Their currency is stable than Pakistan, more value in Pakistan. And Pakistan is going to be the new Afghanistan. I've always said that. So I agree with you.
All right. Mr. 055, thank you so much. I work with the Emiratis. They mentioned that de-radicalization is part of UAE strategy. They said that UAE royal family is putting pressure on Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Indonesia to close the madrasas. Thoughts?
I don't know about the Pakistanis or the Bengalis, but Indonesians is one. But India and Indonesia, I think, can really look into this de-radicalization, and I hope they do something about this. This is a very serious matter for us.
To my
I
mind,
am
you know what
writing.
conversation Modi
No,
Saab
I'm
has had
writing an
with
article on this.
Okay,
I'm
actually, you
writing.
should begin to
That is fine.
begin
But
to what I'm going
yeah,
to tell
देखो
you.
conversation. बताओ.
There's a conversation between Modi and MBS, wherein Modi's told you guys spread this. तो तुम लोग ये जो revision कर रहे हो ना, we will hand over some madrasas to you. You come here and start doing the bloody work differently.
Look, that is fine, but we really need a proper policy to handle this. We have to do this, and it is about time. I'm writing on this, so you'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely lovely. Please
What I'm
send it to us. We'll pin it on the channel as well. Osho Saab, we'll pin it on the website. That should be our first article on the website.
Yeah, I can do that. We can do that.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's see.
Is 10 billion enough?
10 billion enough for Rwanda 94 in Pakistan? No, it's not. Yeah, what happened in Rwanda? You should not hope for anybody.
And in Pakistan, you cannot accept Rwanda to happen.
Yeah. Parthaji, thank you. How do you see military-aged men infiltrated in USA? If this is true, going along with CIA head and meeting them, what now with Trump 2.0?
Hold on. How do you see military-aged Chinese men?
Yeah.
Infiltrated into USA.
30,000 of them have infiltrated into USA. 13,000 Chinese military-aged men are illegal citizens in America.
So how does that become a problem for Americans? I mean, I didn't get the question. I want to read it again. What exactly is he asking?
The CIA controls it. Let me just read that thing out to you. He says,
I just want to understand this.
How do you see military-aged Chinese men that have infiltrated into the USA? If this is true, along with the CIA head meeting them, what happens with Trump 2.0?
Nothing happens with Trump 2.0. Please understand that, Americans will be far more worried than the 500,000 military-aged men who have come from other parts of the world in America than these 13,000 Chinese men. The Chinese don't have given capabilities of fighting on the ground, but those other people who have largely come from Middle East and other people are potential suicide bombers. Right? So they are a far more bigger threat. And if the CIA has met them, I would really have to go and read that what exactly has transpired between CIA and these people. Have they met all 13,000 people? I mean, no. Sounds a bit.
I'll tell you what has happened. There is
what has happened? Give me a background to it.
Yeah, they've been trying to create a certain amount of pain for Trump. Okay. So how they do that, they want to kind of create some sort of a garbage on the streets. They tried doing that in Manhattan, but that thing really didn't pick up. Right? So insurrection is one of the things that लोग डरे हुए हैं उससे कि यार ये 20 जनवरी से पहले अगर कुछ कर दें और the worst rumor in the world is basically कि Biden will resign, Kamala Harris will become the president, she will impose a martial law, and as a matter of fact, Pentagon can be. These are wild thoughts. I mean, these are wild thoughts.
These are those conspiracy theories who were saying that when Trump loses election, army will come on the streets and everything will be gone. It's the same rhetoric which is going on. So there are many conspiracy theorists on the left and on the right both, which keep on peddling these kind of things. I don't think anything like that is going to happen in US.
I hope not, man. I seriously.
I don't think so, and it's not going to happen. The Americans are not going to take it. The Americans love their freedom. No, the Americans love their freedom, and the Americans hold their amendment, Second Amendment, very dear to them. Every house has a gun there. So don't think that it is going to, it is not Pakistan or somewhere else that the military will do something on his behest and that behest. They will bloody shoot down both Biden and Kamala and say get lost.
Let's hope so.
So it's
Kapil
like that.
Saab, thank you. Who is Diesel, by the way? And any comments on Bilorani? Will he switch sides?
Okay, so Bilorani is already plotting to become the next prime minister. We have already been saying that कि वो क्या कोशिश कर रहा है, and JUIF के साथ मिलकर कर रहा है, और उसने इमरान को भी ऑफर दिया है उसमें. PTI was also given an offer. Diesel is Maulana Fazlur Rahman of JUIF chief. उसको पाकिस्तान में डीजल बोलते हैं, हम भी डीजल बोलते हैं. So he's known as Diesel. Maulana Diesel is his nickname.
Shobit Singh Saab says, any actual record of Indira Gandhi post 1971 win, talking about avenge 800 years? She really say that? Also, in your opinion about analyst Zayed Hamid, analyst, sir. Indira Gandhi never said anything about all that. And your opinion on Zayed Hamid?
Yeah, if you think comedians are analysts, then I'm really sorry. Who takes Zayed Hamid seriously? Yeah, he's an analyst. I'm sorry, you don't. I mean, since when he became, it's news to me, he's an analyst. He's a comedian who's a rumor monger and nothing else. थोड़ा सा प्लीज ये एनालिस्ट. मुझे लगता है मैं अपना टाइटल बदला रहा हूँ. मैं जियो पॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट से हटा रहा हूँ. अगर जाहिद हमीद जैसे लोग एनालिस्ट है, आई एम गोना फाइंड some normal word to write for myself. I mean, come on, guys, get serious. Analysis is a very serious business. Jokers are not considered as analysts.
All right, Falgun ji, thank you so much. Recently started research on Balakot strikes, and all independent media intelligence say no consequential targets were hit. Any thoughts on that? Please see what your forces are telling you.
No, this is not only that. This was the leftist media who started saying no consequential thing was hit, and the Pakistanis started doing that. Look, doesn't really matter. We know what was hit. Yeah. So.
Rutviji, thank you. Trump can use ISKP against India, Russia, China. Probability. I don't think India, but Iran, Russia, China. Yeah.
Iran, Russia, China, yes. India, not very easy. Look, I will not say they are not going to use ISKP. In fact, they are already using ISKP. जो भी ये NIA cells पकड़ रही है ना mainland में, जितने भी हैं ये individual साकिब नचान and all those जो पकड़े हैं, ये सारे ISKP वाले हैं, सारे लश्कर तोयबा से linked हैं. So yes, they are using ISKP in India also. I agree. I will not put it up.
तो ये funny वाले comment लेता हूँ. आशीष जैन साहब कहते हैं नहीं हुआ बालाकोट, नेक्स्ट टाइम फिर से करना पड़ेगा.
एक बार और. So it is a nice one. या फिर से कर लेते हैं. एक बार और कर लेते हैं.
एंड उसके बाद जैस साहब कहते हैं लाल टोपी इज एनालिस्ट एंड आई एम अ बिलियनेयर.
I mean, sorry guys, I am nobody. If Lal Topi is an analyst, I am no one.
आशीष जैन जी, thank you so much. He says if यूनुस ने पाकिस्तान से ammunition मंगवाए हैं, is Bangladesh now bankrupt and preparing for second revolt? Flash before it goes completely dud.
Yeah, let's see if Yunus has asked Pakistanis to provide him with ammunition. They have ordered.
Delivered. First batch is
they
delivered.
Had वो 40,000 ammunition rounds का होगा नहीं है? Is that batch delivered? Because we don't know if that batch is delivered yet.
What will you do with 40,000 rounds of bloody artillery? यार एक दिन नहीं चलेगा तुम्हारा वो.
Yep. That is not the point. उस 40,000 में से कितने चलेंगे पहले मुझे ये बताओ. पाकिस्तानी ammunition है, don't forget that. We know what happened to Pakistani ammunition in Middle East and in Russia. ठीक है.
Thank you so much. That's funny. Jain Saab, once again, thank you. How do you see the Manipur situation? Sheikh Hasina warning coming true. Till Trump comes to power, more and more bizarre things happening here. Can I say something here before I give it to Rajaji? Why does Manipur blow up every time before the parliament start?
That's a very good question. Why does it blow up before the parliament start is number one question. Number two is the great game is going to be played in the East. Please understand this. There are enough powers who are going to start this game. With Trump, without Trump, it is going to happen. Don't think that, first of all, let's understand I'm seeing a lot of jubilation with Trump, and a lot of people pinning a lot of hopes with Trump. And I am very hopeful with Trump on a lot of things. But please understand, Trump has not won Indian elections. He's not in America to work for India. He's in America to work for America. He's won American elections. Let's get very real onto this. The great game in the East is about to begin. Manipur, they flared. They started. They know they have the heft of keeping this conflict alive in Manipur. They will keep on doing it.
And guys, I'm going to cover Manipur Tuesday afternoon. I have some very, very good insights for you. I'm doing a lot of research for that. So hang on, Tuesday afternoon, join me for that, and I'm going to show you what the reality is.
That will be good, actually. So, unfortunately, what we are seeing in Manipur is not going to die down very soon.
My point
It's
is
going to
very
take a
simple.
huge effort.
Why does Manipur blow up just before the parliament starts every time?
No, no, not even parliament. Every time, Adi bhai, you will see that there is some semblance of peace and some थोड़ा सा आता है ना, थोड़ा सा 3-4 दिन की रुकावट आती है, हफ्ता भर लोग थोड़ा नॉर्मल होने की कोशिश करते हैं, again something happens, right? So it's something which is being kept boiling for a reason, and that reason we know. And look, it will be dealt with, but it's not going to be that easy to be dealt with so easily.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
All right, KV Maybe ji, thank you so much. Adi and Raja sir, what will happen to CPEC in Shaksgam if Pakistan falls completely into disarray upon a loan denial?
देखो, disarray complete तो नहीं जा रहा. Pakistanis are already in a disarray यार. ठीक है, the Chinese are not giving them anything. The Chinese want to take over half of Pakistan. The Pakistanis are begging to the Americans to save them. So Americans are already into disarray. CPEC, I have already said that it's too big to fail for Xi Jinping. So they will be looking at taking control over Gwadar. That is, they want to secure Gwadar, and with Trump now, they would be accelerating this process, saying that we really need to get and save ourselves there. So they will accelerate their ideas. So more pressure
Guys,
on Pakistan from the Chinese.
2000 likes karne. We are at 1500 likes right now. Please hit the like button. Reminder to everybody. Manish Murthy ji, thank you so much. Hey sir, what's happening in Manipur? Sir, Tuesday afternoon, if you don't mind, we'll connect and we'll talk about it. Kapil Javeri ji, thank you. News on Iran-Pakistan pipeline. 18 billion की penalty लगेगी.
वो तो है, the Iranians are going to the International Court of Arbitration for this now, on the Tapi pipeline. So they are going to get screwed royally. That is going to happen.
All right. Ankit Avasti ji says, sir, जब पाकिस्तान टूटेगा उसके weapons का क्या होगा?
देखो, अभी पाकिस्तान नहीं टूट रहा. It's not happening today or tomorrow. अभी बड़ा टाइम है, वेट करो. जब weapons का भी जुगाड़ करके रखा हुआ है, the Saudis are eyeing them already. So don't worry.
KV Maybe ji, thank you once again. He says, Adi and Raja sir, will US try to transfer Pakistani nukes to Saudi under the new regime? That's what
I just said it, but it's not happening now. There is a lot of time left. Please wait. Let's see where this ends up.
Rivu ji, thank you so much. What is China, Pakistan, and USA reaction on India's hypersonic missile tests? Tail between the legs?
Yeah, obviously the Pakistanis would be, as usual, pissing in their pants. The Chinese will be watching it very closely.
Yeah.
The Americans, I don't think they would be like, yeah, good. It doesn't bother us as long as it is not an ICBM coming to hit us. It's fine. Hit it wherever you want to hit it. That's what the American response usually is. So
that can be extended. JNC, thank you so much. Do you think removing Afghan was a mistake? Amit Shah has not shown enough muscle dealing here. Why are we playing soft? I personally
see Afspa is back.
I don't know why are people making judgments without knowing this. Because see, really, please understand, when you're, the DNA test came out. They did DNA tests for the 11 chaps that were killed. 10 of them are foreigners, 1 is local. That's the problem. When you have a local inside, Bharatiya citizen hota hai, usko marna thoda difficult hota hai. You can't do that. Right? Now that the AFSPA is there, that is easier. So you kind of try and solve the problem without anything, and trust you me, the problem was almost solved. ये बीच में फिर से ये लोग उल्टे काम करते हैं तो ये होगा. तो now अब तो भैया वो लग गया है, अब पिटाई होगी.
See, the thing is, they were given a chance to normalize their lives. AFSPA was taken away. They were said, live your lives the way you want to live. Now it is back. So enough chance to, yeah.
Oh, thought provocator ji, thank you. Lal Topi and Mir are not analysts but ISI panelists. Thank you. E, thank you so much. Problem with us is हम लोग खुश हो जाते हैं is one off to get a position of power. We are not thinking they are indoctrinated. Vivek and Tulsi are from the same system. They're Americans first and Indian origin second. Tulsi is not Indian origin, sir. She's a Hindu, but she's not Indian origin. Please clarify that. वो बिल्कुल भी इंडियन ओरिजिन नहीं है.
So they are Americans first, and then they are Hindus. That is how I would define them.
All right. 1 second. Yikes. There we go. Zesh says VPN banned in this thing is haram. You issued fatwa, very progressive. We've talked about that. आपको लगता है पाकिस्तान की लाइफ टाइम में कितना टाइम है?
That's a good question. Pakistan as a nation की lifetime में anywhere between 7 to 15 years I give them. What are we sitting on? 2024 na? 2035, 36 के बाद there will be no Pakistan.
I'm saying 2 years. Sir.
नहीं, 2 years is very quick. I'll give them, क्योंकि वो play out करेगा ना, वो internal fault lines तोड़ती जाएंगी तो it'll take 7 years for them to completely disintegrate. 2 साल is too quick.
All right. Rahul Saab says, will Pakistan funding from the US be cut off by Trump or will it continue as usual?
Let's see. IMF is not very clear. IMF has asked them to do some additional work. So let's see. I think I don't think that funding will be cut, but I think what will happen is they will squeeze them more. So they will be asked to do a lot more for the Americans than what was expected out of them. And with Trump, you never know. If the Pakistanis try to play games with him, he will suddenly cut their funding and say, get lost. He's that kind of a man. So anything is possible. So let's see what happens. But मुझे नहीं लगता outrightly IMF उनका जो fund है वो काट देगा. I don't think that will happen.
Rajesh Agarwal ji says, what is the news from Iran? Khamenei has been hit by Israel retaliation back to attack to Bibi's house. Are these stories true? He's supposed to be in the hospital in a coma. No news in the media.
There are rumors going that there are unverified rumors he's in coma and all that. I don't think so. The Iranians have not said anything, and Khomeini doesn't come onto media very often anyway. And irrespective, even if Khomeini goes, don't expect that overnight changes will happen in Iran and Iran will become very different. It won't. So because once these mullahs take the regime, it's very difficult to dislodge them. Right. So.
All right.
Let's see what happens with Khomeinis, but I don't think...
Will Qatar buy Pakistani Airlines?
Nobody will buy Pakistani Airlines. The privatization is not happening. Now they are saying G2G funding. The government to government. So even if Qataris buy Pakistani Airlines, what are they going to get out of it? Milega kya? It's a dead horse. So what do they do? If a real estate company saying we'll buy your airlines and we'll give you land instead of this, हम वैसे कर लेते हैं तो कुछ सोचो इनकी हालत क्या होगी.
Anil ji says, if Imran has support of the Brotherhood, why is he in the jail for more than a year plus? That's a good question.
No, that is a good question. But then, what makes you think that just because you have support from Brotherhood, you're going to roam around open and you will not be jailed? And in a country like Pakistan, where it's an Islamic country with their own links everywhere, and Brotherhood is just one part of it. You have a larger network of people sitting in Islamic powers who want to play their own game. You have to consider Saudis also. You have to somewhere also. OIC hai. So if Imran is in the jail, he's in the jail. It doesn't matter. But the thing is that has he been able to win the support? And also understand that the Brotherhood doesn't finance Pakistan. Na? अगर Brotherhood पाकिस्तान को finance कर रहा होता तो इमरान खान जेल में नहीं होता. तो पाकिस्तान का फाइनेंसर तो कोई और है. जाना तो उनको साउदीज के पास है ना, बट पैसों के लिए Brotherhood के पास तो नहीं जाना. Well, that is why he's in jail. But they have protected him. They have not let him die.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, I'll get back into this thing. Balpreet says, hi sir, what's your take on India's defense deterrence against Pakistan and China? We're all right. The reason China went back is because the deterrence levels are
Hold. I couldn't neither. There was a reset, so I couldn't see or hear you. What was the question?
military deterrence or between for China and Pakistan. I said we are all right. The reason that the Chinese went back is because they know the cost to them is going to be much higher than what it was today.
Yeah,
So
and
the deterrence
the
is actually worth it.
China is also realized where the trouble is coming from.
Yeah.
They had to do it
Batra
for
ji
their own
says
interest.
he will अपने time की wait कर रहा है. He will demand his pound of flesh when Imran will come to power.
He's already demanding. He has already demanded. He is already in in cahoots with Bilo Rani. Bilo has promised him a substantial amount of power. I said I wouldn't even be surprised if they make him the president of Pakistan. Though somebody from Pakistan said, no, he's looking for governorship in KP and Balochistan. They might not make him the president. I said, yeah, you Pakistanis don't understand. You underestimate your own politics at times. So Fazlur Rahman is not waiting for Imran to come out. Fazlur Rahman is waiting to see what is the end game between Imran and Munir going to be.
Yeah.
That
Mark
is
says
what he's
question
waiting.
Pakistan is divided into 3-1, 3 Balochistan, 2 Sindhudesh, 3 Pashtunistan, 4 Punjab. Who will entertain us on a daily basis?
So why only 3-1? Why have you forgotten Gilgit-Baltistan? Why have you forgotten POJK?
Saraikistan.
5-1.
Saraikistan, sir.
So there are so many stans in Pakistan, which are ready to be separate lands. So why do you think that it's only 3-1? The ratio is 5-1.
Ragini ji says, by giving credit line of $1 to $2 billion to Bikaristan, don't you think the Saudis are indirectly funding terror because Bikaris never paid them a single rupee? Forget the USD for your thoughts.
No, that's not true. If you remember, the Saudis demanded $2 billion in the time of Imran Khan within a week. And Imran had to get that money from the Chinese and pay the Saudis. 1. 2, the Saudis are not paying them any cash. This $1.1 billion is the credit for the oil supplies which the Pakistanis require. They are asking, give us oil worth $1.1 billion of credit line. That is where this $1.1 billion is stuck, which the Saudis are not extending that credit line. And so you're misreading the whole thing. And Saudis do get their money when they want it. They have shown it already. They took $2 billion out of them within a week.
Sarwani says, is Baloch independence in the interest of the Republicans and Trump? If they sustain to come back, will they support India doing some geographic correction in favor of us?
No, they would not. One, they would not. Second thing is, Balochistan is independent. Balochistan, I don't think is in favor of anybody. Neither Balochistan can ever be independent because it's a huge landmass and the Baloch population is very, very less. Okay? But it will always be influenced by external factors. Both the Americans and the Chinese want it. The Chinese are the ones who are really eyeing taking that whole area into their own, control.
Entertainment and information hub says, what's your view on toppling the Hasina government as it is? Is it done by ISI as claimed by them? They've never claimed that, as a matter of fact.
ISI never claimed it. ISI had no role into it. Jamaat did it, but ISI has nothing to do with it. So I don't know. Where have
Interesting question. Interesting point. Second last one. He says ICC should shift the champion trophy to Israel.
No, it's not going to happen. Cannot be shifted to Israel. The Israelis don't play cricket, so.
Thank you so much, Sunny. And the last one, very interesting question. Ashish Jain Saab. Dr. Swami says that we never show muscle in a lot of things in the north. All those were our lands. We have fearless warriors. Why we keep avoiding war? I would recommend Dr. Swami leads the charge.
Yeah, look, there is a reason why people should retire after a certain age carefully. This what we are not living in an era where our warriors have to get on a hot ground. Let's get real and let's talk reality. What is happening? And I think Dr. Swami is having too many hallucinations in this age. He needs to retire and stop thinking about it. Don't take his comments very seriously.
When he was in his power, when he was so-called in his prime, he led India down the toilet.
That time he was having all the dialogues.
And he agreed and signed on all the deals that the Americans gave him, that the Chinese gave him, that everybody gave him. ठीक है? So
he is the Mani Shankar Iyer of the right. There, I said it.
thank you so much, guys, for watching. That was a sixer, man. Thank you so much, yeah. This was interesting. Thank you so very much. It's always
Thank
a
you,
pleasure
bye.
talking to you. ठीक है.
Thank you,
Guys,
everyone.
Please, 1,700 likes. Hit it before you sign off. Hit the like button. Reach it up to 2,000, and leave a comment before you guys sign off for the day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, bhai. Thank you so much for having me.